They feasted at Magnolia Table, they've ridden the boats down the Brazos, and now they're ready for their Baylor Bears to go to work here inside McLean Stadium in Waco, Texas. The Bears will get us started with the opening kickoff. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. So the BYU Cougars offense will get the first swing of the game. And here comes this quarterback. When he takes the field, he brings a certain swagger and charisma out there that not only the entire team, the entire stadium seems to feed off of.
You can feel it. It's different. It's special. Guys like this don't come around very often, but he makes the whole team better, but the belief is strong because he continues to make plays and be there for his team every time they need.
Fires to the wideout. Got him downfield. Running toward the tape. At the 20. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. Wants to throw on first down. Caught. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They're going to run it. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a first and goal. Back to pass, it's McCann. Moves away as he feels pressure. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. They'll try to salvage a field goal on this drive. From the right hash, and this distance makes that angle not quite so severe. Oh, the attempt is no good. And guys, after the miss, no change in the score. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
Can't miss opportunities like that. You're playing on the road in a hostile environment. You're trying to seize momentum right out of the gate. You get a nice drive to start the game, and then you miss the field goal. You don't get any points to show for that. If they're going to win this one, guys, they've got to take advantage of those types of opportunities.
Quarterback wants to throw on second down. Caught near the sticks. It's Ruiz. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The RPO, it's complete. I wonder how much fun this is for him. The head coach trying to take down the old alma mater across the way.
Yeah, I think these are always mixed emotions. And how do you feel about this? Playing your old squad, like it's something about it. I'm sure this nostalgic and all the memories probably come flooding back. But there's also a competitive element, Palmer, that you want to beat this squad. Like this is the next team in your way for you accomplishing your goals and dreams.
Yeah, he's probably experiencing the emotional spectrum coming into this game, but make no mistake about it. He has to separate himself from his past allegiances and understand he's the home team. He wants this crowd to get in this football game. You know he just gave a rousing speech to his guys in the locker room before taking the field. He wants to win this game versus his alma mater.
A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
And listen, they didn't get the huge play off of that, but I love the ability to show that and be able to show plays off of that jet motion and just show them you're willing to complete it. But get those little chunks at a time. It doesn't have to always be a home run. That's still a successful play.
Third and short from the 49. Is this 4-down territory? The running back has it. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down mark.
And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
How many many ways can I make you think, right? First drive, out the gates, getting it to my playmaker, going full speed across the formation with a touch pass. You better be able to adjust to it. Then when you adjust to it, I'm going to have an adjustment to your adjustment because I'm always right. I'm an offensive guy.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Bears are threatening in the red zone. They'll give it to the back. Staying physical in the red zone as he's pulled down after picking up 3 balls at the 14. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up on the ground here. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
This offense knew coming into this one, guys, how important it was to start early. And on this opening drive for them, they're doing a nice job running the football there on 3rd down. They're in a position on the field now. If you're on defense, you got to be ready for a shot throw into the end zone.
He snares it in the end zone. Touchdown, Bears!
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. Power football with the run. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line.
I know the passing game sells and the passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
Dropping back, it's McCann. Throws to the wideout. And they can't make the connection. This is where you make the money on the drive. Ball at the 30, it's 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires on the move. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
No return coming here. Fair catch is signaled for and made just shy of the 30. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well. Palmer, they executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. And I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. He's going to throw deep right side. And he pulls it in inside the 15-yard line. Touchdown, Baylor! And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Hey, the defense is going to let this quarterback find his fullback as often as they want. If they're not worried about this guy hurting them out in the open field, they rally to him, they get a tackle for loss there.
Coming after him. And he'll chuck it into the cheap seats there and save the down. Nobody getting open there. Looks as if BYU will have to punt it away. He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. Baylor has it back here comes the Bear offense. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
That's the end of the quarter, and it's Baylor holding the edge. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. They'll run it from the gun. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Goodness, that is the way you blow up a play, quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Hair on fire, caused a wreck. That had to be a blown assignment. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. What a catch along the right sideline as he makes a huge play. And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double checking to make sure. The Bears will try to put one on the board on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And the defense makes the tackle, but not before he gets down to the 2.
Well, you know, if you're this offense, you're dialing up this running back, man. He has been a scoring machine all season long. He just finds his way into the end zone, and this is a golden opportunity to put 6 up on the board with that guy in your backfield.
And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening. They weren't able to move them an inch on second down. Now it's third and goal. And they will score! Touchdown, Bears! No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
BYU 0.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Finley. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. They just haven't been able to get anything going, and they better get started or it's going to get away from them, David.
Yeah, and these are the weeks that you really wish that you were playing a video game and you could just reset the console, start over, Jesse, and make something better happen early.
They just look like they're sleepwalking in this first half, and it's not just one guy. They just haven't been playing collectively as a unit. And if I'm the head coach, I'm considering starting to give some other dudes some chances here.
BYU right back to the line. Looking to pass. It's McCann. Throws to the tight end. Finds a man in the middle. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. The Cougars come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Trying to move them on the counter. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. 6-yard pickup on first down. Leaves him with 2nd and 4. He's looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Makes the grab. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. And they got him for the sack.
And this is what the offense knows they cannot do. They can't allow sacks. In their last game, they were sacked 5 times. Obviously lost that football game. Early in this one, they're having issues again, keeping their quarterback standing up straight.
Fires to the middle. A strike downfield. And they get him down. 3rd and short here from the 35. Might take a shot here if this is 4-down territory. Motion trying to get the defense to show his hand. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. Got his man downfield. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. All the way down to the 15-yard line. It's first down. He leaves it with the back. He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stopped. The offense knocking on the door. First and goal. Got his man quickly. Touchdown Cougars. Hauled it in and just kept right on running to the hallelujah land. Some much-needed life from this offense as they tried to cut away at this lead.
No doubt. Needed something to go right. You're down. You got to make plays. You got to get your team back in it. Great start. Keep chipping away.
BYU.
Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast with their defense right now.
And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense.
That is exactly what this defense needed. They have not had a great first half, given up a bunch of touchdowns, but this might get them started. This might get the energy going and maybe rattle the quarterback a little bit with that sack.
Pre-snap motion in the backfield. Dropping back, it's Hawkins. Pressure coming. Feeling the heat as he lets it go. And the DB right with him to knock it away.
Well, on offense, no doubt, right? You've had success. You're throwing some tutties. Why not keep throwing it? They're going to keep being aggressive. You're going to have to do a better job, though, keeping this quarterback standing up.
Trying to make magic with his feet. And the defense is there to stop him short of the first down. And the Bears will call on their punt team. Sends his first one of the day on the way. We didn't see much of him in that victory last week, just called on one time.
And these punt returners only get so many opportunities to try to make plays, and do they want to make them? So much space back there when you put them the football. But the thing is, look at all these guys flying down the field. All the speed on the field for that punt coverage team, and you could tell they caught up with him to force the fumble.
Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big gain now, but down the road, third, fourth quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
And that ball is picked off. Didn't get much on the return, but what a huge play, and they are in business at the 24.
Not all DBs make the play at the end, right? They can bat the ball down, they can be in position, but they don't really secure the football. Great job by the DB securing the football and forcing the turnover.
They're there to stop him at the 21 after a pickup of 2. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Off the RPO, complete. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this offense was going to try and get this receiver involved and get him involved early. So here they are just finding an easy completion. It's not a touchdown, but they just want to get this guy lathered up and get him into a rhythm.
The Bears looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. Feeling some heat. Buys a little extra time. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. As we reach the 2-minute warning, they'll need to try to get a stop to keep this thing from getting out of hand. This offense has put on a display in the first half, and they have a chance to tack another one on before the break. They'll run the screen. Gets it into the end zone, but there's a flag down. We'll see if this one is coming back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. And the Bears line it up with a 1st and goal. Looking downfield, it's Hawkins. A little screen to the running back. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. See if they can get it done on 2nd and goal. It's complete to the left. Touchdown, Baylor! And they take it in for 6 more points. Lining up for the PAT. They score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, but now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to respond now. They got to put points on the board right here, cut into this deficit, create a little bit of momentum because this one's going to get out of hand otherwise.
Yeah, there are a lot of offenses out there that might just say, okay, let's just regroup and figure it out. This offense doesn't have...
Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. And he intercepts it. Trying to take it back. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. He's looking to throw. Fires one high and deep. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third.
This QB and his receiver really have found a nice rhythm early in this game. They've already linked up for a couple scores, so no surprise here before the end of the first half. They're looking for more, but give the defense credit when it's due. Nice job forcing an incompletion.
They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Men, it should come as no surprise that we have ourselves a fun matchup in Waco.
BYU about to kick it off to open the second half. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll open the second half on the ground. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Handoff from the gun. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Got it set up on the outside. He gets it so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. So in their own territory, on 4th and inches, the offense will stay on the field. The Bears have it with a 1st and 10. The give to the lone running back. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. The give to the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. Maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent of things they did right, things that they got to do more consistently moving forward.
BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field and score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I'd have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, should have ran a better route.
BYU lines up quickly. At the 45 on his way. Ripping off a huge chunk of yardage, and he's got it just outside the 10 at the 11. They've got him wobbling after that big play now to pay it off on 1st and 10 from inside the 15. Scanning the field, it's McCann. Going for 6. And it's caught! Touchdown, Cougars! Got to start cutting into this lead somewhere. Now the question, will they have enough time?
But that's step one. You got to get that first score. You got to get back in the ball game and get some of that momentum back on your side. You still got more work to do, but step one accomplished.
Fair catch called for and made. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. After giving up that last touchdown, they still got the lead, but now feeling a little bit of pressure to answer with one of their own, David.
And it gets a little bit tight. Listen, we're getting later in the ball game. This offense punted last time. They got to find a few plays, Palmer, that they really love here. Steal some momentum back in this ball game.
They do, David, and after watching their defense just get gashed down the field that last drive, the dream drive for this offense would be to matriculate the ball down the field, eat up some clock, and finish it off with a touchdown.
Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be 3rd and short. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. He ended up going backwards on the play, and they will not convert that 3rd down. And the Bears will punt this one away. And they'll just down it right there.
What a really good job by the punt team. Listen, you put all your speed, your athletes, a lot of starters are on these teams now in college football, and that's the reason why. You need these guys to go down, make plays, try to tackle these elusive guys in the open field. And, hey, even cause a turnover, that's just gravy.
And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. The lone back's got it. He stopped at the 49 after gaining 10.
That has got to be demoralizing if you're on defense because they just ran the ball right up the middle, down your throats, and they gashed you.
Right back to the well. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep 3rd downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on 1st down.
Give to the running back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Wow, did you see that hit by the linebacker? I mean, he came up with authority and bad intentions, forcing the tackle for loss. Man.
Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a 1st down at the 31.
Well, how about that play? Curl route, and the receiver, as soon as he turned around against zone coverage, the ball was right on him, so he was able to catch it and go get the 1st.
To the air, it's McCann. Takes the easy completion. Showed off just about every move in the book, except the forward move. Stopped for a short gain. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Oops, someone moved just a bit early, and the offense is going to pick up a penalty.
False start.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. They'll come to the line, 90 seconds to play here in the 3rd. On 2nd down, just keeps firing. Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41. I don't think when the quarterback called out the Mike backer that he knew that the Mike backer was going to come calling on him quite so quickly.
No, it was good timing, right? Like, you don't want to show it too soon to the offensive lineman, call it out and pick you up. You could tell, did a good job buying a little bit of time, and then on the snap, boom, shot out of a cannon, right to the quarterback, gets the sack.
And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. The Cougars want to move quickly. Now from inside the red zone. Looking for the score. Touchdown, BYU! And the comeback is on. This is like a baseball pitcher that can't miss. He is just pounding the strike zone.
Yeah, it just gets in the zone, right? When you can't miss, you've seen quarterbacks get like that no matter what they do. They're on fire. They're hitting the receivers. And listen, that's also on the defense. The defense has to do a better job making him feel uncomfortable, changing what they're doing in coverage so he's a little bit confused. Can't just let him pick you apart.
The offense set for a first down play. He's looking to throw it. Lofts one high and deep. And it's incomplete. Good play downfield by the DB. Line getting set on second down. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. On second down, he'll try to make the connection. He's got his man. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
That's the end of the quarter, and it's Baylor holding the edge. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a third and long. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. The Bears will line up to punt it away. And that one will bounce and roll out of bounds. Let's see exactly where they mark it. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. Line gets set. First down. They'll run it. Runs through the tackle. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Looking to throw, it's McCann. Grabs it in the middle. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
I don't love the play call at this juncture of the game. You're down. You've got to take shots. The defense is not going to be blitzing, so these screens probably aren't going to work.
From the gun on third down. Gets it out quickly. And he got enough for the first down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on third and short.
Trying play action. And just not enough field to hold that one. It's incomplete. Now facing a third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Working that left side now. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs. This BYU offense set up with another first down. The give to the tailback. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-game land.
Yeah, nice job by the defense. That's what you're supposed to do. As soon as they catch the football, you want to limit that yards after the catch, and he went nowhere after the catch. Nice job by the defense.
They're trying to get to it. And this is going to be incomplete on third down. So here we are on fourth down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. Splits the uprights. It's good. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in the one that just finished up. Virginia Tech managed to avoid a bitter defeat by scratching out a narrow victory. This wasn't the blowout some around Blacksburg had hoped for, but it sure beats the alternative. 60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Reacted well to the tip, but just couldn't squeeze the football. Instead of the turnover, it'll be third down. After the incompletion on second down, it's 3rd and inches. He'll keep it on the sneak. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw, it's Hawkins. Gets open down the middle.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
They'll go to the ground. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. 3rd and short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on 4th down by what they call here. Shakes off the defender. And he's knocked down, but there's also a flag that's been dropped. Let's check on the call. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Lets it fly. It's complete. Let me tell you, this senior quarterback can flat fit it in a tight window. And the Bears getting set on 1st and 10. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on 1st down. It's 2nd and 3. On the ground with the counter. They make the stop, but this running game moves the chains as they get the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Just keeps picking up the tough yards and gets it down to the 26. He's piled up 82 yards on the ground, and he's been terrific all season, ranking in the top 10 in rushing. They'll go right back to it. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Yeah, they're just going to need more push up front. There was nowhere for that running back to go. The offensive line got moved right back into his lap, and as a result, they lose yards on that play.
We have arrived at the 2-minute warning, a one-possession game as this offense tries to hold on. A little less room to work with now as the ball's at the 28 and it's 3rd and long. Quick strike complete. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Just inside the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 19. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it. The clock and the scoreboard on their side as they come to the line, 1st and goal. And he's wrestled to the ground. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. A run up the middle is stuffed for no gain.
Yeah, and I think my thought process needs to be points are good. Because if I get a field goal here, that's fine. I take the lead by more than a field goal. They got to go the length of the field. But I also want to run this clock, let it continue to work. But the goal is to get a touchdown. So let's see what this offense dials up next.
Wide out in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And he's going to take it into the end zone. Touchdown Bears! With that, they are closing in on bowl eligibility, but with this big lead and a 6-0 start, much bigger dreams for this squad.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. Back to throw. It's McCann. He'll pull it down and run. Still running at the 40. And a nice pickup on the run and gets down to avoid contact. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. They'll throw it on first down. That's reeled in. It's Brooks. At the 40, there he goes. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. Looking to move it through the air. Throws for the tight end. And here's the third interception of the night. The offense lining up for a first down play. And with things in their favor on the scoreboard, the quarterback's favorite play in the playbook. The old kneel down from victory formation. 7 is the lucky and skilled number for this squad as they've made it to this point in the season, and they are still perfect.
Still perfect, and they're cooking. You can tell they got some momentum. You know, 7 weeks, obviously, that's not the whole season. You got bigger fish to fry down the road. Great start, but you can tell this team's for real, for real.
No doubt, and they deserve for us all to be talking